One that kept going, yeah, it doesn't have voice service. That's weird. Why would you use an app? It's so dumb. Some people are so weird. Okay, what needs to go?
Yeah, I didn't feel that vibe coming. No, that close at all. No, just because somebody once said to us, by and large, furries are by and large. I'm not sure that's justified, but it's fun. That was cool. I didn't make it. Like the coolest thing you ever said. Oh, please. Go back through the archive. It's rare that we have two furry stories in one day, but funny. There's a story that there was a walkout at a Utah middle school, Mount Nebo Middle School, about an hour south of Salt Lake City. Students and children and parents walked out, an hours-long walkout, over furries being disruptive. Children who dressed as furries. Yesterday, over 70 students walked out of Mount Nebo School to protest the school for letting furries bite, bark, and lick them. In protest, video protest shared on social media, students accused the alleged furries of biting, scratching, barking, spraying air freshener on, and pouncing on other students. Some students who walked out complained that the furries wore masks every day. They think they're so cool. Can't talk to or say anything to the furries or even look at them, but they can come and look at us and say stuff to us and touch us, said one girl. However, the school district's public information officer pushed back on claims about students dressed as animals. Students may wear headbands with ears, but not dressed in full-body animal costumes, he said. Blah, 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 blah. Can't you just get a laser pointer and make them run around at will? Another chance. But there is something weird going on. And Utah, of all places. Right. Utah? Come on. You got kids dressed as cats running around pawing the other kids, and the kids are powerless to make them stop? He's Joe Getty. We're the Armstrong and Getty Show. Do you like to stay informed, to know what's going on in the world? And you can't stand the liberal media bias. I think we have the show for you. Armstrong and Getty On Demand. 4 episodes available every day on the iHeartRadio app. Your pet isn't just a pet, they're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynamite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding vaccine nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynamite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at DINOVITE.com/radio. That's Dynamite.com/radio. Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynamite. A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide firearm education, to train you, and to give you access to self-defense liability insurance so when the trouble comes, you're ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA.
Oh, there he is. The fuck is with him?
Go to Defend Family.
Yeah, there he is.
All the benefits of membership.
The fuck?
A chance to win the firearm.
Oh, you have to be here now for the fucking bitch that ran me off. I mean, the fucking Carrie. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, the fucking Carrie. The fuck?
To the westbound lane. So far, no major delays, but a crew is on the way to help clear that out of the roadway. Taking a look at the Baybridge toll plaza, been looking light for most of the Memorial Day holiday. Right now, the metering lights are off and traffic moves well from the maze all the way out towards Fremont Street. That's traffic. I'm Roy Lamella. This report is sponsored by
The fuck? He just went right past me. Like, what the fuck, dude? Goes right past me. He sees me and then he just keeps going. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that was about.
By now, you've heard about Dr. John Filippini, the Danville disc doctor, and his huge success rate with treating chronic neck and back pain. You've probably been told that dangerous drugs,
Yeah, he saw me and then he just keeps walking. Like, dude, I waste my time coming from the city of no law enforcement in Vallejo in Solano County all the way up here, a 30 to 40 minute drive, for you to fucking walk past me. You have no manners, you know. You don't even let me know if if you're working or not. So I'm supposed to be picking you up and taking you to work. Just like what he did yesterday. His fucking job coach took him back home. Like, what the fuck? Like, he did not even let me know that at all. Wasted a fucking hour yesterday. Waiting for him to... Yeah. Fucking asshole.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently?
I hate him so much.
Your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the
What if he even carries his phone with him when he goes to the liquor store up here to get drunk? That's all he does, get drunk when it's not working.
Or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days.
How the fuck do you do that? Fucking bitch.
Before your situation gets worse, sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
The fuck?
Call 800-527-4903. That's 800-527-4903. 800-527-4903. And the 800-527-4903.
I can't fucking do that to me. Go around the block.
They pull by airtime media.
Fuck. No choice right now. This game. I'm not playing this game. I'm fucking sick of playing games with them. It doesn't let you know. What the fuck? He sees me, he just walks right past me. Fucking assholes. Fucking clients. So retarded. I don't care. I'm just not sure. I'm so sick of it. Sick of working with people who supposedly have disabilities. Yeah, supposedly. It's all mental issues is what they really have. So, yeah.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate. Americans pay about $5 billion to control termite and repair their damage every year. There's no question that termites can be destructive, but many people underestimate exactly how much damage these little buggers can do to a home. Termites cause more property damage every year than thunderstorms.
I can't believe it. He sees me, he just fucking passes me. Oh no, you don't, bitch. Oh, you fucking don't. Damn, people in that boat know how to drive. Fucking try to hit you from behind. Oh great, now there's no cars again. Fuck. No spots.
For a free home inspection. Certain restrictions apply. No touching, no double bagging your food.
The fucking bitch right there trying to fucking...
10% off termite treatments and a 2-year guarantee on their work. Call 800 Pacific.
This is a horrible parking lot. I don't know why people live here. Fucking horrible.
The clean, friendly way.
Many of our
I
U.S.
think his
veterans and
phone's on
service members
Wi-Fi or
face challenges
something.
at
I
the
don't think he actually has phone service.
to help support them in the next chapter of their
Oh,
lives.
yeah, you have to
Learn more
admit
about
it.
our
I don't
work at
fucking care, bitch.
bobberfoundation.org/success.
I do not fucking care. I don't think he's working then. I don't know, so.
The Armstrong and Getty Show.
The U.S. Food and Drug
If I
Administration
see
has
that
cleared
fucking
the
bitch come out, I'm gonna
treatment for
fucking
depression
flip her off.
called Rejoin.
Yeah, she's a
And it's
fucking
smartphone
Karen
app
apparently.
intended to be used alongside antidepressant medications. The app is geared for folks 22 years old and older who have been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. Rejoin doesn't require a prescription for download, and it is expected to become available later this year.
An app that you need a prescription from your doctor for about depression that you will have on your phone, which is pretty likely to have been what caused your depression in the first place, staring at your phone. Oh, the irony. It's right next to my Instagram app. I'll just look through Instagram a little bit, see how people like my latest dog pic, then I'll go back to my depression app, and back and forth and back and forth. Only $5
5 hearts, only 5 favorites. I better go back to my depression app. I have First Amendment concerns about requiring a prescription for an app.
I don't even know what that means. What kind of doctor prescribe? I'll tell you what you need. You need this app. I'll write your prescription.
I'm flummoxed.
Yeah. What does it do? It just says, stop looking at your phone! That's what it says over and over again.
Put down this damn phone. Go relate to a real human being. It should.
You know why so many people are depressed? Lack of God! Or I don't know what. I'm making a transition into this topic, but we're struggling as a society. I don't think... Would anybody deny that? I don't think anybody would deny that.
I don't think
Suicide,
he's
opioid use,
working.
anxiety, and people on various drugs keep themselves from going crazy, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, I got
What is
paid
exactly causing
today.
it, I
For
don't know. But
today,
there's an
I
interesting
think.
article that
I
was in
think.
the
So,
Atlantic,
I don't know.
written by a non-believer,
Yeah.
who's got a different point of view on it now than he used to have. This guy, I don't know his work, Derek Thompson. Many Americans seem to have found no alternative method to build a sense of community. The true cost of the church-going bust. This is something I've thought for a long time, is that people stopping, getting together on Sunday with each other and going to church and having a worldview, it going away doesn't mean nothing.
No, and as even the headline implied, people have not created a substitute.
Right. Let me read this paragraph. I thought it was really good. As an agnostic, I've spent most of my life thinking about the decline of faith in America in mostly positive terms. Organized religion
Yeah, I have a
seemed to
feeling
be
he's
beset
not
by
working
scandal and
then.
entangled in noxious politics. So I thought, what is there really to mourn? Only in the past few years have I come around to a different view. Maybe religion, for all of its faults, works a bit like a
Well, see, like,
retaining
come on,
wall
sound
to
like-
hold back the destabilizing pressure of American hyper-individualism, which threatens to swell and spill over in its absence. That's some good writing. That is really good, and I think he's absolutely right. More than a quarter of Americans now identify as atheists, agnostics, or religiously unaffiliated. The flip side of that is amazing to me. I mean, it used to be more like 90% of people were believers of some sort. Now it's down to more like 75% of people. But it's still very high by Western Civ standards.
I see.
Before we plunge ahead, I thought
Oh, he walks right by me. He ignores me the whole.
Great, kind of
People
example,
supposed
explanation
autism,
of why
supposedly.
conservatism
Please.
is important and what it is. Here you had a young guy who said that institution going away is good. Then he got a little life experience and looked at it from a couple of different sides and realized, oh, that institution existed for reasons I hadn't yet figured out and or had value that I hadn't yet appreciated. Things that have existed for a very long time in our society. You don't assume you as a 20-year-old or 30 or 40-year-old for that matter understand all of the reasons it has endured. It's endured for really good reasons. And if you can't identify those reasons, maybe don't tear it down yet.
Right. So there's still a giant chunk of people, like three-quarters, that call themselves some sort of religion and believe in God or whatever. But two-thirds of the non-believers, and this is the biggest number we've ever had in American history, according to polling, two-thirds of the non-believers were brought up in a religious household, some sort of household that did believe, and have gone the other direction.
I don't think he's working, man.
And way more people have converted away from religion than to religion in recent years. And I'm sure that's true. I don't know how many people are going from agnostic, atheist to, becoming a Catholic or Jewish or whatever.
Whatever, I'm just gonna
A
fucking
little more on this, and then we will discuss.
He walks
On an
right behind me.
individual,
He
you're
doesn't
from the
even
upper
fucking say a
Midwest and you
word.
left the
Fuck.
Lutherans out.
Fuck you.
Get the Lutherans
Fuck
involved. Get the
autistic people.
Presbyterians
Well,
out.
supposed
Presbyterians. I
autistic.
was.
Yeah,
I was a
supposedly he has that. I don't think he is. It's actually bipolar. What he really has changes his emotions like every couple of seconds. Like, yeah, that's not autism. That's bipolar.
Lutherans or Presbyterians, I couldn't tell you. A lot of it's just organizational and not worth worrying about.
On an individual basis, people can give any number of valid-sounding reasons for not frequenting a house of worship. But a behavioral shift that is fully understandable on the individual level has coincided with it, and partly exacerbated a great rewiring of our social relations. I'm not advocating that every atheist choose a world religion and commit themselves to weekly church, or synagogue or mosque. But I wonder if foregoing organized religion in an isolated country has discarded an old and proven source of ritual at a time when we most need it. That is a fancier way of saying what you just said. This is a guy sort of thinking maybe we should have conserved something that seemed to have, that did have some value in holding us together.
Or at least recognize all the value it had and recognize that we're not doing that anymore. And that people were doing that for a very long time for a good reason. Fellowship, connections, relationships, community, etc. You can't just give that away and say, we'll be fine. Something that fundamental.
God, if nothing else, an hour a week of being reminded, I shouldn't, just focus on pleasure and me, probably. Even if that's it. Even if that's the only thing. Because now maybe you go months or years without ever thinking, perhaps I shouldn't just focus on pleasure and me? I don't know about others, but I'm just speaking for myself.
Was there more from that you wanted to share? Or, because I have a couple of related things that I happen to be sitting on to bring up at some point. 40% of adults go days without face-to-face interaction, according to a recent poll.
What? No. How do you live a life like that? 40%? Never have a face.
This is Brits. Have gone at least 3 days without a face-to-face conversation with another person.
No, they are.
Your anti-British racism rearing its ugly.
No, but doesn't that seem like an
Doesn't
that seem like an awful high number? I have often thought, though, when I'm in an urban area, walking the streets, thinking, how many of these people, never go out or do anything? I mean, you see, there's people shopping and walking dogs or whatever, but how many are even my neighborhood? There's houses that are active, like my kids were in and out and getting the football and the bike, stuff like that, and a few other houses on the block. But then there's a bunch of other houses I never see anybody in and doing anything.
Right. Now, we're talking about a face-to-face conversation with another person, as opposed to, that'll be $1.40 here. Thanks.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I'm fine with that distinction.
And the lonely in the crowd phenomenon seems to hit young adults the hardest, with 60% of those between 18 and 24 reporting feelings of loneliness. They go into some of the details, but I wanted to get to this before we move on. According to, this is the Indiana University School of Medicine and their Institute on Aging. Loneliness is worse for your health than obesity, alcoholism, maybe even smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
I'm not trying
for older people.
I'm not trying to claim church is the cause of or fix of all these different things. But, man, if you're going to church regularly, you would have face-to-face conversations at least that hour every week. Turn to your left, shake hands. Turn to your right, shake hands, which is a common thing at church if you even don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and somebody's likely to talk you into singing in the church choir,
right,
and or volunteering for Habitat for Humanity or the dozens of other things that churches tend to do.
Help with the
or you might just hit it off with somebody. You meet somebody who likes to play tennis like you do, blah, blah, blah. So,
then you're knocking church shoes.
I'm not dignifying that one either. So loneliness worse for your health than obesity, alcoholism, and even smoking 15 cigarettes a day for older folks in particular.
Wow.
It's worth keeping in mind.
Maybe the most depressing sentence in the show's history. Ranks right up there.
You got to recognize the problem before you cure it.
You have to do it on the radio show, though. That's
yes. Yes. You got to have the courage to confront it. Not make idiotic sex jokes. Just for instance. Just something, keep that around, would you? Unbelievable. I work with a child.
Yeah. And then I had another thing I was going to transition to. Maybe it'll save that as a young people today comment, but I'll save it for later. There's always plenty of time for a young people today comment.
I actually did have a handful of girlfriends as a younger man that I met at church.
Sure. And I did camps that were just fun as could be in the summertime. That sort of stuff. It was awesome. I like
gathering young people in a wholesome environment.
I always liked Sunday school. They made it fun somehow.
That's right, sir. That's what we're talking about.
And I have many of them in my home. This is my favorite book. Has a great signature from me and Lee Greenwood.
Oh, speaking of that, and all the pearl clutching award-winning security and peace of mind wherever your summer plans take you.
The system blankets your whole home in protection and has sensors to detect break-ins, fires, floods, plus a variety of cameras to keep watch over your property day and night.
It's all backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, so you can get fast emergency response when you need it most.
Simply Safe professional monitoring agents can even help stop crime in real time.
With no contract and a 60-day money-back guarantee, you can try Simply Safe risk-free. Simply Safe has given so many folks like our listeners real peace of mind, and we want you to have it too.
Get 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for fast protected monitoring.
Just visit simplysafe.com/Armstrong. That's simplysafe.com/Armstrong. simplysafe.com/Armstrong. There is no safe like Simply Safe. Suffer from anxiety, depression, or PTSD? An increasing number of Americans do, even as big pharma doubts the effectiveness of drugs that work as long as you keep taking them. And suffer. Introducing Vibe, a revolutionary device that's smaller than your smartphone and uses pulse resonance frequency to achieve study-backed results on par, or in many cases better than traditional drugs. Magnetic frequency therapy from Vibe. Eye-opening study data, hope, and vibes now for only $249 at NoDrugTherapy.com.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide firearm education, to train you, and to give you access to self-defense liability insurance so when the trouble comes, you're ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA. There is an exclusive limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get all the benefits of membership, plus a chance to win the firearm of your choice. Go to defendfamily.com now.
We're talking to our tax attorney, Stephen Moskowitz. And Steve, I think people assume estate planning is just who gets my stuff, but there's a heck of a lot more to it, isn't there?
Yes, there is, and a lot of it is why you're still here. For example, healthcare, advanced healthcare director. You can specify, if God forbid, you're in a hospital bed, you can't speak for yourself. What do you want to have done, and what do you not have done? Also, it takes away the horrible, agonizing decision from a loved one to do something so they don't have to second-guess themselves. Also, they don't have to worry about the family suing, like the Terry Schiavo case, where the family and the husband fought for 7 years as to a medical procedure was pulling the plug. The bottom line is there's so much to it, and there can be tremendous income tax savings by the right